competition leaders Burleigh Bears retain the lead of the competition after Intrust Super Cup Round 8, and their 2018 pace-setting counterparts North Devils climbed back up to outright second, after a mixed weekend for sides that were in the top 6 before the weekend started. Embed from Getty Images Saturday was a mixed day for favourites and home sides, with the Tweed Head Heads Seagulls, Wynnum Seagulls, and North Devils all taking wins on the road. Ipswich and the Northern Pride were the only successful sides at home on the Saturday. Sunday saw two of the competition's big heavy hitters register 2 good wins. Burleigh beat the Hunters, and Townsville wrapped up the weekend with a very good win over the South Logan Magpies. Townsville had a group of 4 teams on 10 points that round out the top 6. The Northern Pride sit all alone on 8 points in 7th, and 8th and lower are covered by just 2 points. Onwards then to the best of the weekend with the Intrust Super Round 8 review. Kane Elgie's return continues. Winning run for Tweed Heads have climbed out of the bottom 2 for the first time in years, with a 3rd straight win for the 2018 season, this time over the Mackay Cutters in Mackay for the Saturday afternoon TV game. The Seagull season has been building nicely of late. They won their first game against Wynnum in the Flockbuster, beat Easts last week, but the complete dismantling of their previous neighbour on the ladder was most impressive, and shows that there is more to come from the lower profile of the Gold Coast teams in 2018. Embed from Getty Images. All eyes were on Kane Elgie coming into the game as he returned to the side where he built his reputation enough to play out a very good career for the Titans in the NRL, and he did the job and played quite well, but was slightly overshadowed by a player who's building quite a nice reputation for himself, AJ Brimson. The fullback has been earmarked as a player to watch several times in Tweed Heads TV games this year, and he lived up to that on Saturday in Mackay. He scored the first try for the Tweed in each half, sparked the second try for the Tweed, and had a hand in the third, and looked lively in general throughout. Embed from Getty Images. Kane Elgie set up a few tries himself, AJ Brimson second after a great run through the Cutters' defense, and scored one himself that he also set up with a beautiful pass. Whether it is enough to earn a quick passage back to the Titans remains to be seen. But the effort and execution was there. In the end, Tweed Heads led 30-6 at halftime, and were still up 46-6 with just over 10 minutes to play, before a run of tries to either side blew out the score to 52-24. By the end of the match, Braden McGrady had wrapped up 3 tries for himself among the 9 that the Seagulls put on the board. Mackay don't even get a break next week, as they're just one of 8 teams to be playing thanks to buys, and playing North's isn't a gimme. Given the Seagulls' hot form, they probably wish they had the bye this coming week. SECI helps Jets to refreshing top 6 return. Ipswich climb back into the top 6 with a 3rd win in 4 games, one that was a surprise result against a Redcliffe side that were on a 5-game winning streak heading into the Round 8 clash at North Ipswich Reserve. The hero on the day was centre Pio SECI, who only made his debut for the Jets this season, scored 3 of the Jets' 4 for the day to help them seal a first win over Redcliffe in 4 seasons. Embed from Getty Images. His first opened the scoring in a tight first half which saw just 2 tries and a 4-4 deadlocked halftime score. His next tries came in the 54th and 58th minutes as Ipswich laid on 3 tries in 7 minutes to wrestle the lead back from Redcliffe and extend out to 22-10 after Redcliffe scored just a few minutes after halftime. The Dolphins scored in the 64th minute to reduce the score to 22-14, but could only muster a 77th-minute penalty goal thereafter and went down for the first time since round 2. They remain in the top 6 in 4th, and were joined by the Jets on 10 points who climbed to 6th as a result of the win. Better late than never for top 2 Devils. The memory goes back to a North Devils Colts side featuring one Greg Inglis that destroyed their opposition in the Colts Grand Final at Suncorp Stadium in the 2000s, and that side also featured Sam Tagetes. Embed from Getty Images. He may well get a chance to win a Grand Final again for the Devils at Suncorp Stadium in 2018, a first since 1998, and it was the off-season recruit that scored the final try late for the Devils at Suzuki Stadium against the Tigers on Saturday. East's Tigers had lost 2 of their last 3 heading into the weekend, started out brightly enough leading 12-0 after 15 minutes, one of those tries going to returning Melbourne Storm centre Chase Blair. But the Devils stayed in touch with tries in the 20th and 33rd minutes to go to the halftime break locked at 12-12. There were just 2 tries in the second half, one apiece to the Tigers' 57th minute and Devils' 77th minute, and in the end it came down to the conversions of those tries which North's Todd Murphy was able to do, while East's missed theirs. It was a 3rd loss at home for the Tigers, who dropped to 8th, top of the teams on 6 points. Norths have lost just once away this season, and sit right on Burleigh's tail in second outright. Read more on page 2 pages 1.